Welcome to another episode of Crashed Insanity. When it comes to scary subjects, demonic possessions tops the list. Demonic possessions are common amongst different religions of the world. Even the Bible talks a lot about demonic possessions. So here are the top 5 most terrifying demonic possessions around the world. Number 5. ARNE Cheyenne Johnson. Popularly known as the Demon Murder Trial, this was the first case in American history in which the defense tried to prove that the defendant was not guilty by reason of possession. In 1981, ARNE murdered his landlord in Connecticut, and his attorneys argued that his actions indicated an erratic behavior that began when he was just a child. Johnson's family even consulted demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren and said that he was being harassed by entities for most of his life. His evil doings were not part of a psychological disorder but was from demonic possession. Ultimately, the judge ruled that demonic possessions were not a valid defense for a first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Number 4. Julia. Typically, doctors think that possessions are either fraudulent or a result of mental illness. But in 2008, a certified psychiatrist and a professor of clinical psychiatry at New York Medical College documented the case of a patient named Julia. He said that she was possessed by demons. It is rare that scientists and psychiatrists would actually acknowledge the possibility of demonic possessions. The doctor observed items flying around the room and Julia levitating off the bed. She would also speak in different languages, and she knew about people around her that she could not have possibly known about. Number 3. Roland Doe. The story of Roland Doe is the real story behind the novel and the Hollywood movie The Exorcist. This case is one of the most notorious cases of demonic possessions ever recorded. In late 1940s, he used a Ouija board to contact his aunt, which opened the doors for demons to possess him. Possession started with strange sounds, and then religious artifacts began shaking and flying off the walls. Unexplained footsteps, scratching noises could be heard around the house. The boy also would get flesh wounds and scratches by unknown claws, and he also spoke in different languages and in a demonic voice. The boy also started levitating in the air without any explanation. A Catholic priest then determined that the boy was possessed by evil spirits and needed an exorcism. 30 rituals were performed, in which even the priest got injured many times, and Roland Doe was finally free from his demonic possessions. Number 2. Anneliese Michel. The case of Anneliese Michel is a controversial case which is well documented by the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose. 16-year-old Anneliese Michel had a history of epilepsy and mental illness for which she had often been treated by a psychiatric hospital. In 1973, Michel became suicidal and all religious artifacts were broken by her. She started drinking her own urine and began hearing voices. Medicine did not help the girl, and she begged her family to bring in a priest because she believed that she was being possessed by demons. Though her request was rejected, her parents stopped treating her for the mental disorders, and 2 local priests secretly began treating her with exorcism rites. Anneliese Michel died within a year. Number 1. Claire Germana CELE. Claire was a Christian student at St. Michael's Mission in South Africa. For some reason, she prayed and made a pact with Satan when she was just 16 years old. And days later, she was overtaken by strange impulses. She started hating religious artifacts like crucifixes, could speak different languages of which she had no previous knowledge of, and became a clairvoyant regarding the thoughts and histories of the people who were around her. Nuns who attended to her reported that she made horrible animalistic sounds, also levitated up to 5 feet in the air. 2 priests were brought in to perform an exorcism, and 70 people witnessed her levitating as the priest read the scripture. Over the course of 2 days, successfully she was exorcised and the dark spirits from her body finally left. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more insane videos.